I'm sitting here with a woman who's a mother, a student, and a survivor. From feeling like a black sheep and surviving assault, she's here to share her story with courage in her heart. To find happiness is to live, and that's why I'm a Freak for Life. I'm your host, Cammie, and this is the Freak for Life podcast.
Sit back, relax, and allow your soul to unfold.
So let's get into it. Hey, how are you?
I'm good at you.
This is so funny. This is my friend. It's so funny I'm doing this shit. Can you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Terica.
Okay. So, can you talk to and give us a story on when you were sexually assaulted?
I'm gonna give you the story leading up to the day. It was Halloween. I was staying with my cousin. I was put out my mom's house. I was 18. I had just graduated, and I honestly thought I was grown and I was ready to live my best life. I end up going to stay with her. As my other cousin was staying with her, leading up to that night, she had friends over. And when I say friends, it was dude friends. I was in the room by myself, and I remember laying there, but you know how you lay there, you feel like somebody watching you, and I was just telling myself, I ain't gonna turn around. And my door didn't have a door handle, so I could just pull the door up. I remember being real cold, and I had a heater. And I remember this person coming in the room, pulling my hoodie over my head and taking my virginity because I was a virgin. And I remember me trying to scream, but he had the hoodie so tight around my neck, like the arm part around my neck, because I was cold and I had my whole body in the hoodie, so he just grabbed the hoodie over, trying to grab the hoodie off my head and pull my pants down. I remember bleeding so badly, and my cousin was telling me, get in the tub. I get in the tub, and at the time, my cousin didn't want me to tell my grandma and mom that I was raped due to the fact she felt like they would take me from her. And that was like my biggest lesson to, like, if you're raped, tell someone. Mm-hmm. Overall, that kind of goes back into my childhood because I was always afraid to say something because I didn't know what they'll do or what they'll say. So with being raped, do not think that you can handle it yourself, because even though I still think about it. So I ain't talking about that in a long time. Even though now, sometimes I'm still afraid to say something. Yeah.
So from going to not basically him telling you to not tell no one, someone you trusted, you feel you was in the best care of telling you don't tell someone because they feel like you will be taken from them.
Yeah.
In that moment, and it feels like more so guarding the next person than guarding, right, yourself.
So it's like, even when I actually went out and told my mom, it was like, you wanted it, you been fucking, we having sex. It wasn't never like.
So how long was this had to happen to you when you told your mom?
It was like 2 weeks after I had, because it was like, I was uncomfortable down there. Like, I couldn't take a bath correctly, or my stomach be hurting real bad. So I had to tell somebody. Mm-hmm. And everybody thought that I was just out here doing what I want to do. Did nobody believe me until the doctors and nurses telling her, yeah, she has been raped. She was a virgin. Woo, woo, woo. Nobody didn't believe me. And they still didn't believe after the doctor said it. No one held my hand. No one sat in the room with me while the doctors and police and everybody in the examination people and the the
Hospital.
Yeah, the hospital, and the counselor that come in there and say, if you're pregnant, do you want to get rid of it? Things like that. I was 18. Everything was very new to me. So it grew me up fast. But at the end of the day, then I never have nobody to be like, we got this, we gonna get through this, or hold my hand. And everybody thought, cause the way I was feeling as a child, I was trying to be grown and move too fast.
Okay, so how many siblings do you have?
I have 2 siblings. My mom have 3 girls.
Okay.
So I was always the big one. I was always the big one. I was the oldest, but I was the heavyset one. I always felt like I was the outer child. And I say that because my middle sister always had health problems. Then my baby sister dad was with us, so she had her mom and dad. So it's like me being
It was like they was tending to your middle sister because she had health conditions, so she's getting that type of special attention. And then because your baby sister is there living with her mom and her daddy, it's like that special bond. And then you feel like nobody is caring because I don't have anything going on besides me being a bigger, a heavy set, or you know what I'm saying? It makes me feel like I'm the outcast of the bunch. So that, now I understand. So how was that dynamic with your mama and her, with your sister's dad? Is there any type of fatherly figure? Because some men do come in and then they'll show up as your father.
Well, that's where I heard it, because I never had that. I can't say that my mom was a bad mom, because she did take care of us. It's just like emotionally and mentally wise, it's like she didn't get it because to me, she was hurting too. So with that being said, my sister daddy didn't accept me for his child. He accepted the middle child and his child. It was never about me. It was never like, Dad and donuts, you come with me, or took us to the park, or teach me how to drive. I always felt like he didn't never like me. It ain't like I was a bad child. I had attitude problems. This man was in our life 18 years. So therefore, I done seen a lot. I was the first. I done seen things I ain't supposed to see as a child, is what my mama went through. So it's like, now that I look into what I have been through and where I'm at now, it's like, when it's gonna stop?
Yeah, when the pain stops. So where was your biological father in this time? Because me being your friend, I know your mama was young when she had you. So, and there could be so much with her being a young mom and him being a young dad. So where was he in this process?
Once my mom found, to my knowledge, my mom was supposed to found my dad cheating. So as we was growing up, my mama just stopped our contact. So my dad went on with his life and had other kids and got married and left me in Memphis. So therefore, I honestly recently just grew up on my dad after I had my first baby.
Right.
So it was never like my dad was there. It's like, he'll come and he'll go. So it's like I never had no father figure. It's like, that's the first man that ever hurted me. I always wanted to go to the park with my dad, or just to spend time with my dad. I never, at 31, even went to dinner with my dad. So I can't speak on something I never felt.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to figure so much out with men that, to my knowledge, every man that I ever ran into heard it. Like, no.
You run into other sources for the answer. But the answer is always with the person that started first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. And so with him, because just me thinking, like, you get this young woman pregnant. Being both y'all young at this moment, and you his first child too. So y'all first child. Even when you're caught in a moment of whatever happened in a relationship, you still have a child. Besides you coming and taking and doing what you needed to do, you ran and then started, making other children, having a family somewhere else, as if the child you already created was the problem. You know what I'm saying? Or not even that. It's just like, because I'm thinking, like, even when you got with this woman, that you know, married to now, do she even say, why don't you have your child? Why is this bond out there? You know, or you being, you know, some people be selfish, women be selfish, and they don't care about the other kids besides their kids. You get what I'm saying? So with your mama moving forward, and then now talking to your sister's dad, I know he knew the story. You know what I'm saying? Because we all talk about the previous. We talk a little bit, you know, going into something new. And you to treat me the way you did, it grows an anger part. I'm like, why?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not yours, but you should treat me, you know, the same. I should feel a difference. You know what I'm saying? So have you ever even been able to talk to him in the moment of letting him know how you feel as a, you know, adult now?
I never, because when my mama was actually over him, the last thing he said is, I got 2 daughters, and our 3 of us was standing there. He said he pointed at the middle child and he pointed at his child. So I never, now that I have a child, I have my own son, he have reached out and called me and said, hey, I want to meet my grandson. But he never apologized for what he did. So it's like,
how can you be your grandson?
Yeah.
I was never your child. In your mind, in your heart, I was never your child. And so even with your sister, your middle sister, that's not his child either, right?
No. Me and the middle sister got the same dad.
So y'all got the same dad. I'm confused. Because okay, so even when your mama had you, then she went, because so that mean he stayed there for a minute. Because if y'all have another baby, at what point did you feel like you was gonna run away and run from both of these responsibilities? Because she has 2 kids by you.
Yeah, it's just, I never got it deep with my dad because every time we talk every day now, but every time we talk, it's a wife there. And I feel like he don't want to disrespect her by getting deep into it, but he wants to because he keeps saying it wasn't my fault. And then on my other hand, it's my mom like, yes, it was. Don't let him say this. So it's just like now, I'm meant to.
Because we always, women now, I know how I am and how I was like, I know how it feels to be, I guess you would say bitter a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's me now because even with after the abuse and then trying to do it all over again and find love, I think I still found love wrong. And then I had a baby this time. So it's like now, like, to not trying to skip around. It's just like now I'm trying to grow with it. I'm trying to grow with it now. On the way, here, he texting like, hey, can my son spend the night? And it'll be the first time. But I got to let it happen because he ain't never showed me that he wouldn't take care of him. And then it's like now, but my feelings so mixed in because I feel like I'm a little bitter because
of the relationship. Yeah.
And then now it's like, I have to meet this woman because my baby finna spend the night. And it's like.
But then again, because I was looking at something the other day and it was saying, even when another woman comes to play or another man comes into play, with you knowing the person that you laid down with, they should have the same type of sense of protection that you have with your baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't feel the trust with that person, it's really not the other person. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. And that's why it's more of me feeling like you hurted me, not you gonna hurt him. And it's like, now it's like,
you hurt me.
Yeah.
And I'm just feeling to the point where if you hurt me, you'll possibly hurt him too. But not thinking it's 2 different experiences.
Yeah, that's 2. It's like, you ain't never put your hands on me or nothing. It's just the feeling that you portrayed me and left us while I was with a baby. So now it's like, if I give you my baby, is you gonna leave my baby there with her and go out? Like, how, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, I have to trust you until you show me otherwise. But what if I trust you and all you got for me is sorry? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's so much being
so much things can happen.
Yes. And it's like, now I gotta get on the phone or see this girl and like, hey, I don't even know how to start the conversation off at this point because it's fresh for me.
And I'm gonna say this because, like, I think me and talking about, like, it's men move different move, on faster than we do. And we all know that. Because they're not thinking with their mental, they thinking with their physical part. Okay. But I do feel like it's not wrong for you to feel that way because that baby came out of you. Okay. And if I don't want to meet this person, I shouldn't have to until I'm ready. I shouldn't feel like I'm forced, but at the same time, it's forcing me because I do want to know the well-being of how my child is going to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Who my child going to be around. But I do feel like situations can be so immature. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just like a father would want me to constantly bring different men around my child, I want the same from you. If this not somebody you really, really dealing with, I ain't finna keep letting you juggle my child with in and out because you're in and out of situations. You know what I'm saying? Right. So until you feel like you're secure, then I don't feel like I need to do that. You know what I'm saying? So just with being vulnerable and now being a mother, your instincts kicked in because not only did you have to spend a sense of protection of just protecting yourself when you were a child from what happened to you, to now I'm having to fight this man off of me because I can just imagine I've been sexually molested. I haven't been raped. You know what I'm saying? But, so it's even in that moment where you're trying to fight somebody or you can't speak, you can't talk. I know it can only be afraid. You can only be fearful of what's happening next because some people don't make it out of those situations.
That's true.
Some people get killed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking like, you trying to put something around my neck. What if that went too far? So you always have felt like you had to be in battle mode. You get what I'm saying? So now you're looking at a space to where, when am I going to have this, how they speak of it now, soft girl era, to where I feel like you got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about this. I know for sure that I'm protected. I'm safe to where I don't have to hold this weight of trying to make sure I'm holding myself, my child, and all of these things. So have you ever went to the extreme of going to counseling about some of these things?
I did go to counseling. I think counseling got me over a lot. I think it got me over. I think that's why I'm so strong now, because the method that when I was in counseling, just to talk to somebody, just to, and sometimes like now I feel like it's like getting to the point I need to talk to somebody because I run to Facebook. Like I know that's my problem. And it's like nobody on Facebook or social media can help me with what I'm doing, like what's going on mentally. From a full-time student to a full-time mother to a full-time worker, it's like to a full-time sister and
Friend
and
auntie.
Yeah, it's like nobody seems to say,
"Are you okay?"
Yeah, and it's like now I have to deal with it's like in life. Okay, I overcame this. Then I overcame that. And then I overcame this. But somehow always coming forward.
An obstacle.
So it's like, damn, when is I'm cursed? What is it? I'm like, and then I got my son, it's like, I'm protecting him. Yeah, I'm his bubble. Like, no, he can't go over there. No, he can't do this. But the whole time, I'm not looking at, my baby can't make his decision. And it's like, you his dad. He see you, he love you, he brighten up. I can't take that away. This a baby. So it's like my feelings don't matter no more. It's like
I'm trying to get him what you didn't get.
Yeah, it's like trust it because my mama did me like that, and now I'm battling this, and he a boy. So at the end of the day, I gotta be like, okay, Turkle.
Yeah, because you don't want him to deal with that absentee father because of my feelings for the relationship once again. So you can't, and that's good because now you're not modeling what your mama did. Even in the way sometimes some people don't identify that they could be redoing it with family curses and building it and keeping it continuous. Like, so if he ever get a baby, you know what I'm saying? Then somebody take his baby away from him. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. So your best things to do is to do the opposite.
And that's what I'm doing. Like I'm breaking the curse of, just spazzing on people, because that's what and we can't have a family gathering without one person getting drunk and talking about people. It's like now I'm finding peace with just what I'm dealing with by myself. Not to say my child father is he's not a bad dude. Like, he not. It's just that his growth ain't where I'm at.
Right.
So it's like I can't take it away from him because whole time I'm pregnant, he never missed an appointment. Like, so I can't take it away from him. But the growth that I needed from him, I couldn't get it from him because his mindset ain't where I'm at, it's where he's at. And if his mama didn't love him correctly, how could he love me correctly? How could he respect my baby? So now that he has a child, it's like I have to give him freedom to learn how to be a dad because he didn't have a dad. So that's how I feel with me and my baby. I don't want to put him in the middle to where we both negative and it's balancing with him. I want to be positive, understanding. And sometimes understanding and being okay with things hurting me because I got to accept it for my kid. And I never felt like this. So me being who I am today, I'm allowing things to happen that's out of my control.
Or
like until my baby, if I feel like he's in harm or diaper rash or something like that, and you're not focusing on when he with you, then I got to cut boundaries, and I gotta as a woman,
because there's no picture perfect on parenthood. Everybody learn as they go.
And as a woman, I know a lot of people say no contact with the dad when he move on, and you gotta teach him. They don't want
it's your job.
Yeah.
It's your job to teach him. It was something his mom was supposed to taught him. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if he was lacking love from mother or his father, that's something you can never show him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that could be the thing with him. He doesn't know. And it's a great that you're growing with having your son. So there's a lot of things that you're attacking and understanding, like, okay, I have to do this to get this better result. He has to grow his own pace too. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be things that he gonna have to do too. Right. To get him to where he like, okay, now I see what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they never tell you that that you were right. They'll never tell you, but you'll understand by the things they start to do. Like, okay, he get it. You know what I'm saying? He a little bit better. And sometimes better ain't with me. Because then sometimes I need you to go on by your way so God can send me the person that I do need. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's possibly is what's going on for you. You know, I tell you all the time, like, Tara, stay off the dang on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, I say it all the time. Stay on Facebook. Because, we're here listening. We understand because most of us have come from those type of relationships. Me, myself, I ain't saying I haven't been in her shoes because I have been on Facebook. I got to write a paragraph about what this nigga just did. You know? But at the same time, I had to learn that it don't get me nowhere. It didn't give me nothing more than what I wanted.
Right.
So me sitting here and bashing you and telling you and saying what I feel like you need to do, it ain't gonna help.
And then the crazy part about it is I can get on Facebook. He'll watch my Facebook and be back over there. And it's like, I feel like it's stupid, it's crazy. And I just feel like me being a woman, I just feel like having a kid by somebody that ain't on the same level as you.
Who's a kid?
Yeah, it'll be like you back. And it's like, I want that feeling of, being loved. So when you do come around, it's like,
the potential of you.
Yeah.
You fell in love with the potential of him. You didn't fall in love with the part that you actually are now seeing. Yeah. Because at first it wasn't, your baby wasn't included when you met that person. So really the things that you were doing, I already seen it, but I really wasn't looking at it to impact me.
Right.
Now it's impacting me because we have an extension. Right. And the way I have to straighten up, I feel like you should do the same thing, but it ain't my time to tell you.
I mean, I'm not here to lie or anything, but I had backtracked like 2 times. And every time I backtrack, it's like, I had to realize, like, Turkey, you're freaking hurting yourself. And the thing about this, a man know what they get. They don't want nobody else to have. I don't care how you put it, he left you, this and that. I don't care. He know what he get. I learned this by myself, that men know what to do to hurt us, know what to say to make us react. And when the first time we react, they feel like,
they know your triggers.
I still got her.
They know your triggers.
So with this today, I feel kind of better talking about it, but I feel like today I'm going to let my baby go. And I'm just going to be humble about it.
And in that moment, you have to trust. Because also, just go back to childhood. When you think about these things, the trigger is builds from something. Your trust is not there with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it didn't start with him.
Right.
So once you start to forgive, Those people who actually put you in a space to feel you have to believe and trust only you, you get to face those people. And even if it feels like you can't communicate with them, you're going to have to at some point either communicate with them and let them know how they hurt you, or you're going to just let it go. Because that's still the weight that you're holding at 31 years old from a 5-year-old, from a 10-year-old, from a 15-year-old, from the 18-year-old. You're still holding all of those things. Like you said, those obstacles.
Yeah.
You're still holding them today at that 31-year-old. So you got to make those choices of, I got to let it go, or I got to tell you how you did this for me. You got to see which one is best for you to do with these people. Because some people, everybody ain't, because you might tell that person how they hurt you, and they don't give you the response that you was expecting.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might be afraid of that. So you have to pick the battle at that moment. Like, I know how this person is. If I told them my truth, they not. Just like, say, if you talk to your mom and you like, Mom, this happened to me. This how you treated me. No, I didn't. You ain't doing that. I had a good life. This one. And it's like, now I got to still be in the battle to what my reality was and what your reality was. So I can't argue with you because that's your reality. And this is mine. So I'm going to take that, and all I'm going to say is, I forgive you.
Right.
And I'm just like, I forgive you. Because I can't keep going back and forth with these. For me to go forward, I have to undo all these things. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand it's a big weight. Because when I went to counseling and stuff like that, I had to realize a lot of the trauma we carry doesn't just happen overnight.
Right.
Those things happen from childhood on up to then. And it's not just your trauma that's attached to you that you had to work through. It's those generational curses that also come with you being
right.
just you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So from, you don't know what happened to your mother before, unless she done told you. But it's a lot of things she might not have told you, because she might not be confident in really understanding where and why she picked the man she picked, the life she picked. You might not know that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't want to share that with nobody. I don't want to tell nobody because I don't want to see me in person.
Right.
But it's sometimes she got to do that to unlock herself. But all you know is like, look at the men that my grandmama choosing, or the men that my mama choosing, and look at the men now I'm choosing, that my sister choosing. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at all the things like, we choosing all the same people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so who gonna change? Who gonna show different?
Right.
Who gonna pick different?
No marriage in the family. Like, no.
So
It's right. It's just like, and it's like, even though I had my baby, my mama didn't even come to my baby shower because the man that she chose over me again. So it's like, even at 31, you still don't have that support like you want it. So it makes sense. It's like all making sense. And it's just like, I'm the type of person I keep it in with me because I might tell somebody.
And that's the thing, because I don't feel like my feelings are valid, because whenever I do start to speak, it's shut down quickly with doubt. So why the hell would I tell you?
Right.
It's like, shit, if I shot somebody yesterday and I already know you're gonna be like, you did. I know you did. Like, no, I did it, but there's a reason. They attacked me first. That's why I'm still free. You know what I'm saying? It was self-defense. But before you even know the story, you already telling me about myself. You're not even trying to give me a reason to listen to me. And that's why I try to do with my girls. And I also try to with Kamara, even when he started to talk. You know what I'm saying? Be able to listen to him first. Before you just immediately be like, no, this woo-woo. Because sometimes you realize, like, why am I approaching a situation like this? What put me in this space for me to start doing it? Because somebody did it to me.
Yeah, that's my thing for Kamara. I want to be able to be different. I want him to be able to be like, my mama my best friend, but she be on me though. Like, my mama love me. I want different for him. That's why I want to change now, why he's like, I was changing why I was pregnant, like certain stuff, cause I was tested a lot. And but just being a mom now, it like humbles me. It humbles me to understand that every situation don't need a response.
Yeah.
And even with the people that see me and they think I'm smiling and they think that it's, I'm telling you, I do that because I have to keep going for my child. If I'm around here moping and feeling like I'm not this woman, I couldn't be a full-time student. I couldn't go to work every day. I couldn't get up every morning and make sure Kamari is good. I can't make sure all the bills paid because I'm wrapping my mind around things I cannot control. So even if
you think about like, shit, who gonna do the better?
Yeah, and then just having that child means everything to me. Like,
It's baby to love.
it's like a love that I
Have never felt.
never felt ever. And it's like, I can be feeling like the day is hard, but I'm walking, my baby gonna smile. And just to know that baby brought me through trauma from stuff I thought I could never get over. He means everything to me.
Yeah, and that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling for somebody to keep you grounded, but you're willing to change for him.
Yeah.
Just like you feel like his dad should have changed for him too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what make me more angry, because I'm like, you went to the altar and prayed for the baby, my baby. And it's like he out here and all you wanted was a picture to say you're a dad. But a dad comes like, even when I tell them, they be like, you be having Kamara so fresh and clean. I said, it come more than that. I still gotta make sure Kamara ate. I gotta know when Kamara hurting or when he crying needs to be constipated. It comes more than just what you see with a picture. So with a father, you ain't gonna understand that because you're not around.
And everybody need their daddy. Everybody need their mom. And everybody need their daddy. Because I was talking to somebody, and I said, when I look back at it, I had both of my parents. But no, they didn't live together, but I always see my mama, I always see my daddy. You know what I'm saying? But when I look at my friendships with the friends that I have, it's always someone that's missing something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Either they missing their mama or they missing their dad. Or they could be in a place of having both of them, but the stories, the bond isn't there. So sometimes I feel like I have to go into mommy mode, you know, or I gotta go in daddy mode, and sometimes give y'all the little lecture that I be having to. And I'm like, I'm not these folks, mama, they damn bad. But I be feeling like, or when my friends do come and they come into my life, my mom or my daddy immediately become that role for them. You know what I'm saying? Because all my friends, either it's a holiday, something, they gonna come and hell, you think they was in a part of the family. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the stories we endure. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing if anybody who's on Facebook, who is your friend, they always, why she out on Facebook? She doing this and she doing that. Because of this story. The people don't know. You know what I'm saying? The people don't see. The things that they don't really hear. Because a lot of people are out there with the same pain. You know what I'm saying? And acting like nothing has happened. Nothing's going on. They don't feel like counseling is going to help. They ain't never sat down and gave it a chance. You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize what's and why this happening to them. When you go from, because I tell you, like, I know you're a great person. I know you're going to be so much more than what you feel like you are right now. It's just, I see that 21, 22-year-old, she possibly even to 25-year-old of me and you. Because I remember when I was in that same predicament, like hoping or wishing that both of my baby daddies would do what they supposed to have done. You know, one was it was not my choice. But the other one is like, you make all these silly decisions and you weren't thinking about the bigger things that was really actually happening, your children and everything else. So I do understand the protection, because not only could you just not be here physically, you could not be here, period. You know, you can go out there and do something silly in the streets and be taken away forever. You would never have an experience with your child or nothing. Or you could be in jail for the rest of your life. You're talking through a cell phone. Who wants to do that? Who wants to have a visit? Oh, and now I'm feeling not appreciated because now I'm still trying to push this relationship with y'all, and I don't have to, because now it's keeping me something I don't want to be in. Because now I've grown so far from you. I don't feel like I don't care if you. I know it's absolutely, but I don't care to talk to you at all. There's no feeling there anymore at all. So I'm forcing myself if I had to answer this phone for you, because I'm like, ugh. Okay, but I immediately know it's not for me. It's for my child's benefit. But then again, my child knows now too, like, what? You know, what you want? You know, I'm gonna do is talk about what I've done and what it is, but you ain't showing up, so you possibly don't even know what I'm talking about. Right. You know what I'm saying? If I say TikTok, you ain't been out. You don't even know what TikTok is. You probably do, because in prison they have little things and they do things that, you know, they're not supposed to do, but it's just, you'll be mad at me because she's not as giddy or as happy. But you have to realize you have to take accountability for the things that you did.
Right.
to get yourself there.
Right.
So that's the same way I feel like for you, Kamari. Like he, hopefully sooner than later, that he realized that the streets, the bull crap, is nothing bigger than being a father. Because some days you can't make up. Those days you can't get back. And you let Kamari have that view of him and be able to tell him later on, like, I like you, daddy, but you was lacking in this. Now I see what my mom was talking about. Because now I do that with my mom. Like, okay, I see who was aggressive and I see who the person who was humble. I see who was the problem and who was not. Just like how you were with your mom your dad. Like, okay, mom, you saying it's him. And he's saying it's you. He don't want to talk about it. When I heard both of the stories and me encountering you longer than I encountered him, I can tell who was what. You know what I'm saying? So, even with that, what would you tell the young Terica, being the mature Terica today? What is something that you would tell her if you had to just whisper in her ear at 8 to help her be ahead of herself? This
Say to the young turkey is slow down. Listen. Be humble. Understand that life is going to do what life is going to do. And you can't make anybody feel what you have feel. Your story is not like everybody's story. Your story is not going to be everybody's story. The pain might be same, but your story is going to be different. And I just tell the young turkey to take in everything, because it's going to make you stronger when it do happen again. Because life happens again. It don't matter what it is, it comes around. Sometimes they say deja vu because you done been through it. They're just God trying to show you how you finna redo this again. And it's just like the young Terica, she finna say what she finna say. You ain't finna do this to her. I'm finna let you know. This how I feel. And with the parents and the guardians that I had, they're talking back. Because I'm telling you how I feel. So with that being said, I never could tell you how I feel. It was always, shut up, who you talking to? You want me to break your neck? By me telling you, I feel like y'all not listening to me. But me, my feelings didn't matter. So the baby Terica should have just been quiet.
But do you think that would have helped?
I think it would have helped a lot, because if I was more silent, I think they would have said, what's wrong with you?
So you think it would have gave you more attention?
Yeah. It was just me. I was so aggressive with everything because nobody.
Because I had to be defensive.
Yeah.
Nobody listened.
And that traumatized me till today. I even my child's father and the dudes I've been with said I act like a nigga. And it's not that I'm acting like a nigga. It's like, who gonna protect me?
It's just come with being independent.
And it's like I'm a mother. You
want to be taken care of.
I do it. I want to be taken care of because I'm always been a giver. I haven't even. I always been a giver. I just feel like I didn't gave my shirt off my back and I'm still naked. So at this point, what you have to give? I don't have nothing else to give you.
It's like I'm constantly giving, but I'm not receiving anything. And so when you do, and just like for instance, like if you met somebody and at this moment, and they're from the first time they meet you, let's go out. I got everything. Because it happened to me when I started to grow up, and it's like I gotta make sure I got at least $100 with me, right? Because you might be fight me. You might be limited what I'm finna eat. You finna play with me. So, and at the same time, to really understand somebody got you, like, okay, so then you go on this wild thing, like, this might pay for my whole meal, and I ain't have to pull my purse.
Right, and it is not even just financially got me. It's just like, if you're feeling like, we talk, you ask me how my day is, and I say, it's just going crazy. I work at a trauma hospital, so my day be crazy. And you just say, what time is your break? Just to come up there and kiss me on my forehead and just be like, here go you some flowers today.
Simple. It's the simple things when you want it mentally, physically, financially, all those things, because just being in battle mode is what I would call it for, all your life. When you do find someone who's willing to lighten your day is very much of a struggle. Thank you for coming here. And y'all, I thank y'all for coming here and listening to this soul unfold. I'm your girl Cammy, and we are out.